Hi, I'm Tom Henriksen from the DevOps Online Summit. Welcome to our Community Promoter Spotlight. Today we have with us Jim Schultz from the North American DevOps Group. Jim, introduce yourself to the people here at the DevOps Online Summit.
Hey everybody, great to meet you. I'm Jim Schultz, and I founded and run North American DevOps Group, also known as NADOG. Been in this space since before it was called DevOps, so very excited to be here, very excited to be supporting the group and the event.
Excellent, excellent. Great to have you with us, Jim. Tell us a little bit about NADOG and how it got started.
So we're actually, the name is a little bit deceiving because we're actually a worldwide community. We're known as Eurodog overseas and NADOG here. We've got about 30,000 plus members. They're all IT practitioners, IT leaders. And we host events that really focus on thought leadership, group discussion and sharing and networking. That's really the whole idea, right? We're taking that whole culture aspect of DevOps and trying to bring it to these events. And all IT practitioners and IT leaders can join for free. But we do ask anyone who is a related software vendor or sales rep recruiter, those kinds of people, love for them to come, but we like them to participate either as sponsors or as invited guests.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of the whole idea of the group.
So how did you get started with this though, Jim? Because you started this yourself, correct?
I did. So I started it here in SoCal. I'm based in Los Angeles. I started it here in 2015. So we'll be celebrating our 6th birthday here in a couple of months. And I was really just personally looking for a better way to make some new connections and talk DevOps with some new people. So we held our first gathering. I just kind of came up with the name. It was like, hey, it was the SoCal DevOps Group at the time. Let's meet at this restaurant and just have lunch together. And just there was no real agenda other than let's get someone to pay for our lunch, right? And we had 8 people at the first one. That was in Orange County here in SoCal. Then we did one in San Diego a month later, then one in Los Angeles proper, and just kind of kept rotating. And it grew really fast. It started to snowball. After the first year, we had about 1,000 members. Then we started doing events and expanding the group into other states as well. So we had to change the name to North American DevOps Group. And then when we started doing events in Europe, obviously a few years ago, we had to add the name of Eurodog to our company as well. And really, it was, like I said, just started to snowball. I think a lot of people who were attending these events liked them because there really was that focus on group discussion. I mean, it's all about, we always tell people it's hard enough to collaborate within your own office, let alone with anybody outside your own walls. So we're trying to really facilitate that and provide everyone with, we would call a quarterly watering hole, right? For everybody to come together. Here, these are my peers. You know, if I would tell people too, if you're trying to solve a DevOps related problem today, I guarantee you there's 10 other people in this room who've already solved it, and probably in 12 different ways. So you should meet these people, right? You should talk to them.
Yeah. Good advice. Good advice. So Jim, tell us a little bit about what the events that you offer.
So it's changed a little bit, right? For obvious reasons. For the first 5 years of our existence, everything was in person. It was all about that, getting in front of people and meeting people. We would rent out a room at a restaurant, or we'd rent out a brewery or distillery, wineries. Those are always really popular. Or somebody would host us at their office, right? People like Uber, Microsoft, Google, PlayStation down in San Diego. They've all kind of had us into their office as well to host events. Cool. And the idea was, you know, like I said, let's all have some food, let's have some drinks, let's make this very social and fun, but let's talk DevOps, right? And let's meet some people who are in our field. We would offer featured speakers or panel, and we follow that by a lot of networking and more socializing. But then, you know, a year ago, again, for obvious reasons, we moved the entire group and all of the events online. So currently, we're offering a weekly community webcast. We've got a featured speaker. We've got group discussion and Q&A. And then we end the event with some virtual socializing, which we can actually do with Zoom breakout rooms. And it's a lot of fun. We've also been recording all of these sessions. We post them onto our YouTube channel, which now has, I believe, over 100 videos on various DevOps related topics, lots of different speakers. Anybody can go on and watch those whenever they'd like. Going forward, you know, we're eventually going to add our live events back. That's really our what we love doing, right? It's really why we got into that. But I think there's a lot of value in doing the online version as well. So the plan is, eventually we can start doing live events again, but we want to keep the online version going as well, because when we do a live event, if we do one in San Diego, we're only going to see people who live or work within 5-10 miles of where the event is, right? And if then we do another one in Los Angeles, same deal. We miss everybody in between, or we miss a lot of the smaller cities that we just don't do events in. So online allows everybody to come in. It also gives us an opportunity to feature some of the really interesting talks maybe that we see at our live events that we can then bring onto the online format. So the plan is to come out of this even stronger and offer both options for people.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a great approach to kind of have that hybrid model, because like you said, you can only, there's only so many major cities, but other people are going to want to maybe take that content later.
Exactly. And if we have, like, say we have somebody, like we had a guy, Yuri from Google, speak on our event last night, really, really great talk. If he was at an event in Boston, he'd be speaking to, 50, 60 people. And those are the only people who would get to hear that talk. Yeah. But now with online, we could then invite him, hey, come share that online with the whole group. Now he can expose that talk to the entire 30,000 membership base of NADOG.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Jim, do you have any other big initiatives that you guys are working on currently?
Yeah, for us, we're really focused on these weekly community events right now, making sure we have good quality topics, good quality speakers, make sure we, that there's a lot of awareness that our community is actually getting the news of what we're doing. We've got a brand new Slack channel that we started a few months ago. So a lot of members have moved over to there. We've got a blog section on the website to really help drive more awareness of the group as well. We've been partnering with a lot of other groups, people like DevOps Online Summit, All Day DevOps we've been supporting for a couple of years. Yeah. Women in DevOps is another great group that we've been doing some stuff with. CDF, Continuous Delivery Foundation, we're working a lot with now. And then we also are trying to focus more and feature more our featured charity, which is STEM Advantage. They're a group that provides scholarships and other programs for women or other underrepresented groups that are pursuing careers in STEM. So that's a really great thing to be working with. They're awesome over there.
Excellent.
And then we're also, focused on bringing as much diversity to our speakers, topics, and membership as possible. Because the way I see it, the more perspective you can get, the better it's going to be for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Jim, any closing thoughts?
No, yeah, we're really, well, I think we feel very fortunate that we've been able to continue the community for the last year. We're excited about all of the opportunities this year. We really appreciate you reaching out to us too and asking us to be involved with DevOps Online Summit. I think it's a great opportunity to get the word out and to really just bring people together, right? That's the hardest thing, is just being locked up here. We were talking before we started recording, it's just, I really miss getting out and meeting people, but thankfully we can do this online. So really looking forward to seeing everybody online this year, excited about the things going on, and excited to eventually get back out and share a drink with everybody too.
Yeah, be back in person. Jim, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course. Yeah, thanks.
On behalf of Jim Schultz, I am Tom Henriksen for the DevOps Online Summit.